The modern day smartphone has changed many parts of everyone's lives. How many of you in here have a smartphone today, like an iPhone? If you would just raise your hands. Okay, now imagine having to go forever without your iPhone, or a year, or how about even just one day? How many of you could go one day without your iPhone? Okay, not many of you. The iPhone has led to many impacts on society, and its lasting effects will be seen for years to come. Today, I would like to inform you about some of these changes the iPhone has made in our world and how some of these effects are going to last for many years. Before the original iPhones came out, basically all we had were simple phones that could do nothing but call and text, which was great for modern day people then because it allowed you the convenience of calling and texting your friends. But with the invention of the original iPhone 2G, all of this was going to change. The original iPhone 2G brought about many new things and great functions in the cell phone. For example, the original iPhone had a calculator, calendar, you could check your emails, or even do a little bit of web browsing. Which for many people, this was a huge revolution because instead of having to find a computer or sit down and look things up, you had it all right there in the palm of your hand. And originally, the iPhone 2G wasn't very popular. It took quite a while for iPhones to catch on. For example, how many of you had an original iPhone or know of someone that did? Probably not many, because at first technology was very expensive, it was very hard to come by, but with the adaptation of the newer model iPhones, including new carriers being added on, including CDMA such as Verizon and AT&T and Sprint, three big carriers that picked it up, many of you were able to get iPhones for the first time and start to see some of these changes. With the adaptation of iOS 2, the very first iPhone operating system update, the App Store was brought into play. This led to a major change. Now, the iPhone was being seen more of a gaming function instead of something that you could use for actual useful activities, such as check your email or set up a work calendar. Many people began to get iPhones simply to fill voids in their life. Many people saw it as a name brand and wanted to jump on the bandwagon that many others were using. The iPhones became more and more useful until it got to a point where some people started to notice the iPhones were being used too much. The initial purpose had changed. No longer were people using them for work or useful tasks. Many people were using them for now social media, something that came about because of the invention of the smartphones. Many people were playing games. Application development became a huge industry and thriving economy due to the huge demand. And because of this, many changes to our society have occurred. For example, how many of you would say that you use your phone on average 4 or more hours a day? Just as an example. Before the invention of the iPhone, this would have been unheard of. Think about it. Could you imagine sitting there with a flip phone, trying to text on it all day, or play Angry Birds on it? It wouldn't really work very well. But at the same time, many people started to notice this was a negative impact to our society. For example, Senora Gay, one of our teachers here, could probably tell you that she has seen a negative impact in the classroom due to people not paying attention, being on their phones. As society continues to combat this problem, new things are going to have to be developed to fight this and to make sure that iPhone use is cut down. And we as a society are going to have to continue to work on this. Thank you for your time. And again, from its beginning, the iPhone has altered the lives of all who have used it, as I've demonstrated. And think about how much you use your iPhone on a daily basis and ask yourself, would you be willing to give it up?